Hello viewers, let's start today's lesson with chapter number 7, Asia. Today's topic, physical features of Asia. Asia is broadly classified into 5 physical regions: the northern lowlands, the central fault mountains and intermountain plateaus, the southern plateaus, the great river valleys, the island chains. So, the first division is the northern lowlands. This stretch of low-lying land extends from the Ural Mountains in the west up to Bering Strait in the northeast. These lowlands, which are triangular in shape, are the widest in the west. They form the world's greatest continuous plains. 3 rivers which flow northwards into the Arctic Ocean. The 3 rivers are Ob, Yenisei and Lena, have together built this plain, also known as the Great Siberian Plain. Okay. The lower courses and mouths of the rivers freeze in winter season. So, water coming from the upper courses, which are situated in warmer latitudes. Now come to the next division, the central fault mountains and intermountain plateaus. A complex system of fault mountain ranges with some plateaus in between the ranges is found in the region south of the northern lowlands. Okay, look at the map. From the Permian north, several mountain ranges appear to radiate outwards in different directions. To the east and the north of the Permian north extend the Kunlun and the Tian Shan mountains respectively. Right? The Himalayas emerge from the Permian north and extend in a southeasterly direction. The Karakoram range is a short range which extends southeastwards from the Permian north between the Kunlun and the Himalayas. Some of the world's highest peaks are found in these regions. The plateau of Tibet is an intermountain plateau. Intermountain plateau means a plateau located between mountain ranges. Here you can see the plateau of Tibet, which lies between the Kunlun and the Himalayas, right? To the west of the Permian north, the Hindu Kush range continues further westward as the Elbrus mountains, right? The Suleiman range radiates southwestward from the Permians and continues as the Khithar and the Zagros ranges. Okay. Next division, the southern plateaus, the Arabian Plateau, the Deccan Plateau and the Shan and Yunnan plateaus lie in the region south of the central mountains and intermountain plateaus. These are regions of old hard crystalline rocks. Their surfaces are undulating and gently sloping. Look at the map. The Arabian Plateau is steeper in the west but gently slopes eastward towards the Persian Gulf. The Deccan Plateau of India lies between the Western Ghats and the Eastern Ghats. The Shan Plateau in Myanmar and the Yunnan Plateau in China. Come to the next division, the great river valleys. Several large rivers rise in the mountains and plateaus of Asia. These rivers are mostly snow-fed and perennial. Perennial means the rivers contain water throughout the years. The valleys of these rivers are very fertile and densely populated. The larger river valleys are those built by the rivers Tigris, Euphrates, Indus, Ganga, Brahmaputra, Yangtze, Huanghe, etc. The Mesopotamian plains in Iraq consist of the land between the two rivers Tigris and Euphrates. The river Indus and its 5 tributaries have together built the fertile plains of Pakistan and Punjab in India. Towards the east of the Indus River lie the Ganga-Brahmaputra plains. These plains are spread across North India and Bangladesh. The Yangtze River is Asia's longest river with a length of over 6,300 km. Okay. The last division is the island chains. A series of island chains lies to the east and southeast of mainland Asia. Look at the map. From the tip of the Kamchatka Peninsula in the Pacific Ocean onward, these are the Kuril Islands, the Japanese Islands, the Philippines and the Indonesian Islands. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Sri Lanka, Maldives and the Lakshadweep Islands are in South Asia. Okay. So, all of you go through the topic with the help of Asia physical map. Okay. Thank you. Have a good day.